Hey guys, welcome back to Ironside Ranch. You can see it's raining on me right now. It's also really hot and humid. Out doing a little bit of logging. So I want to talk about the water issues we're seeing and what this means going forward, what this means for next year. So before I jump into this, tell you guys what's going on here is we've got my dad called me and asked me if I'd cut some white oak for him because he was going to inoculate and grow mushrooms this year in the garden. And I was talking to him about the different species of wood, what grows. He's either doing shiitake or portobellos now, I can't remember. One of them grows better in oak, and he just happened to mention, well, it also sweet gum is rated the same. And I said, well, Dad, hell, I've got a ton of sweet gum here on the farm, and I can't kill it fast enough. We can't get rid of it. We just cut it down and put it in piles and burn it. And I said, you want sweet gum? If that's okay, I'd rather give you that than the oak, because the oak we use for firewood, sawmill timbers. If they're good acorn producing, nut producing trees, then we leave them. But if, you know, a lot of acorns, like any type of fruit tree, guys, if they're some of them will produce and some of them won't produce that well. They only produce a few. A good oak tree will produce, 1,000 pounds of nuts a year, but most of them here don't. Most of them are just white oaks. You don't get much off of them, and so they're better for firewood and for lumber. And so Dad said, well, the sweet gum would be perfect, so I'm here cutting him some sweet gum so he can grow his mushrooms. And like I said, I think it was portobellos, but it may have been shiitakes. I don't remember now which ones he was growing in them. So if somebody knows, post it down in the comments and post which one grows better in sweet gums. But whichever one grows better in sweet gums is one that he's doing. Okay, so the water issue, you can see we obviously don't have a water issue here. So we got rain coming down on us while we're outside working. And it's actually kind of nice. It cools it down. This is one of our fields that we're converting. You can see all this dog fennel here. That's what this junk is all behind me. And unfortunately, cows don't eat this. Sheep will touch it a little bit. The cows, our cows, even as hardy as they are, will just kind of nibble on it. But they generally just trample it into the ground. What I'm actually going to do is have my kids come out here and start pulling these because they pull up real easy from the roots. And so we're just going to have them start yanking these out and leaving them on the ground, adding biomass, or we'll just bush hog over them. But anyways, dog fennel is a sign of low fertility. So we're trying to increase the fertility in this area of the farm. All right, so water. What we've got is if you guys didn't see it, Chris Taylor over at Economic Prepper, or no, he's not economic, he's financial prepper, or used to be Financial Fitness. He just did a video on it, and then he did one with Economic Ninja, and they talked about how this little town, Las Vegas, New Mexico, I might have to get out of here, guys, it's starting to pour on me. Little town, Las Vegas, New Mexico now has 50 days of water left, or 49 days now. And we're seeing Lake Mead now, residents all over, I guess it's Las Vegas, where Lake Mead sends a lot of its water. They're getting notices to stop using their water. It's getting bad. And then we got the drought down in Texas. You're seeing cattle prices in Texas plummet. Hay prices, $150, $200 a bale. To put that in perspective, we pay about $50 for good quality hay. I can get low quality hay for $20 a bale. That's going to cause our food prices to get astronomical. Next year, we already know that grain is higher. We already know that fertilizer is higher. All those have to be taken into account next year. We know that inflation is killing it. We know that all these price increases are just going to hammer our food prices next year. And now this drought that's continually getting worse with no end in sight, it's a problem, guys. So if you do not have your water situation taken care of, no matter where you are, you need to make sure your water situation is taken care of, because what will happen as these areas run out of water, they'll have to truck water in from other places. It's not that they're going to go dry, it's just going to become expensive to get water. And farmers, that don't have wells, or maybe their wells have dried up, they're going to have problems. Or maybe they're dealing with what California is dealing with right now, where California, now the state, has decided that if you paid for a well to be drilled, you installed the pump, the piping, the casing, you installed the lines, the irrigation, everything, you pay for it with your electricity, California owns it now. Just like that, they own the water down below you, and they're taking it, and they're going to charge you $300. Hey, Frazier, they're going to, y'all can't see Frazier's here. They're gonna take your water. They're gonna charge you $300 to register your well. If you don't put a meter on it, it's more expensive than if you do put a meter on it, price per acre foot of water. And you have to define your use to them. You have to tell them what you're using your water for. So they are, the communist state in California is now taking control of all your water. They own it. So guys, it's really scary times. As droughts continue, you might see more of this where states, especially more politically leaning in one direction states, will take more control of that water, and they're going to feel like they own, the government being God owns the resource. Government is not God here, especially in the South. The government is not God, and we own the resources. We own our water. So y'all take care, get your water in a position that you're going to be able to have safe sanitary drinking water. If you don't have a filter, there's lots of options. Berkey water filters, whole house filters. We have both. We have a whole house filter going on our well, and then we have our Berkey filter. But y'all can see this rain is pouring down on me, so I'm going to go get out of this. I just wanted to touch base with you about this water, what it's going to do for your food. If you have not already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will catch y'all later.